Can a creator make 25 lakh rupees from one reel?
My manager will throw me out.
People who are in wedding industry, they are actually making 6 figures every month. There is nothing new that's happening in the creative field.
Are creators and videographers actually friends?
Urvi, why are you doing this?
People who are so vigilant that मेरे जैसा editing कोई नहीं कर सकता.
So the one thing that you love most in your life, if you start hating that, then you have to draw the line somewhere.
जब client second edit के बाद song change करने बोलता है, what do you feel and have you done this?
One of my clients asked me to reduce the volume by 1%.
I left for the event. Person calls me and I'm like, it's okay if you don't come to the event. Do you work with influencers on barter collabs for branded content?
Straight answer is no. कितने दिन तुम collab पे काम करोगे? They don't want to pay you for the stories. Like if the deliverables are different, then why payment is only one? The sooner you leave me, the more happier I get. Hello guys, my name is Akash. Some of you know me as Camera.
Chimera.
And this is Urvi.
I am Urvi Designs. You may know me as Urvi or Urvi Designs. And today we just wanted to talk about the most burning questions which we get asked in podcast format.
Yeah, this is not actually a podcast, but we are trying in this format so we can answer your questions like properly. And you have asked so many questions to Urvi. We have selected like 10, 20 like most asked questions, and we are trying to answer that.
And you will get a lot of information from them.
And some gossips as well. So let's start.
Let's start. Yes.
All right. Okay, so the most asked question is, influencers free product का क्या करते हैं? Like you get so many free products from the brand. What do you do?
Firstly, I mean, I use them, some of them, most of them. But then जो भी products के जो backups या doubles रहते हैं, I just have a trunk in my house. I fill it with those, and then I call my school friends, all my friends, and I'm like, लेके जाओ, मुझे नहीं चाहिए, लेके जाओ. So that is basically what I do of free products, and I donate it to people. I give away to my audience on a weekly basis. So yeah, I don't hoard it. My mom doesn't think that, but I try to give most of it away to my audience and friends.
I've heard some influencers saying that we have said no to the PR. Like ये products अभी भेजना बंद कर दो. So is there something like that?
वैसे no तो मैंने कभी बोला नहीं है, because I mean it's on the PR as well. You know, if they want to send, they keep on sending.
Yeah.
So वैसे they don't even take it like return until and unless it's on sourcing basis for clothes. But beauty products, any which ways you cannot like resell them, or it is also written that you cannot resell them or return them. So it is contaminated, gets contaminated after using and opening. So generally, they don't expect to give it back to them. So I have one question for you.
Yeah.
This is you can say the most frustrating question, which is like, जब client second edit के बाद song change करने बोलता है, what do you feel and have you done this?
Yeah, see, even second change तक it's fine. We send the first cut. उसके बाद we ask the changes. And so many people think that based on the edit, we change the music, but it's actually the opposite. We select the music first, and according to the beats and according to the timing, music, lyrics, according to all of that, we edit the whole video. So even second edit tak is still fine. But I have met some people who have asked me to change the song after 5th or 6th edit, including some brands, including some influencers, including some like normal clients. If people are not from the industry, if they ask me, I get the point that maybe they are not aware.
No knowledge.
But if industry professionals are asking that, that's the literally the most frustrating thing, because it's not the same edit anymore. You are doing entire thing from scratch again.
I can understand. But have you done that, and what was your reply? And like, is it like, ठीक है अभी ना ये song change करके मुझे दूसरे दिन दे दो, या अभी के अभी चाहिए?
Yeah, so दूसरे दिन नहीं, मैंने same day भी दिया है. But the maximum corrections that I have done, I think I've done 14 corrections to one video, and that was for a inauguration video of a store or shop. I think it was a hospital, and that was like 2-3 years ago. उस टाइम में मैंने हाँ बोला 13 edits को, अभी नहीं बोलूँगा of course. But maximum are 13 or 14 max. So what happens is, after a point, you inform this to the client कि इतने changes के बाद you'll have to pay extra.
Yeah.
But they don't agree to that. They are like, edit ही तो करना है, so आप एक correction इतना ही कर दो, इतना ही part निकाल दो, इतना ही म्यूजिक चेंज कर दो. So normal changes are still fine. But after 6th or 7th edit, if you are asking to change the music, no one can entertain that, and no one should actually.
No one should, yeah. So like after how many revisions do you think you should start charging?
Actually, it's like very subjective. Some editors have 4 to 5 edits max, 4 to 5 revisions max. But even you are aware that brands are asking like 6-7 edits at least.
Yeah.
So most of editors are now considering like 6 to 7 edits तक कर भी देते हैं. But उसके बाद see if the changes are major तो भी कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. But अगर कोई बोल रहा है कि सिर्फ 0.1 सेकंड के लिए हटा दो, like that one last week one of my client asked me to reduce the volume by 1%. What's it going to change?
Exactly.
1%. Like
rename
literally.
rename the file and send it again.
So that's when it gets frustrated.
Yeah.
If the changes are important and logical, then you can do it. But yeah, about the extra charges, I think after 5th or 4th change, you should start charging for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
What exactly happened at creator event?
So usually brands call you to these events when there is a new launch or something fun is happening with the brand themselves. Either it is an anniversary, celebration, or like a big launch for some product or range which they have. So they just call all the influencers and party. That's basically it, and talk about the product, and of course like show the product, maintain a relation with the brand.
Yeah.
You have their founders, CEOs, marketing teams, everyone from the brand is mostly over there, and you get to interact with them. They sometimes show you their next launches, which is exciting for creators as well to see what is going to come out next. So, and also get a review of the product before it is launched. That happens sometimes, or like most of the times the product is already launched. So they're like, as soon as the product is launched, they have the event. We go to the events and we just eat free food. There is dance. Sometimes they host it at such interesting places. Like I remember one event was at a bowling court where people were playing arcade games and bowling. Some events are at like restaurants.
Yeah.
Some events are there was this one event, I think 4 or 5 years ago. I wasn't invited, but it was in Alibag.
Oh, nice.
So influencers got to go ahead and stay, have fun by the pool, all of that.
Yeah.
So this is what basically it is. Very fun and chill event.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've seen you talk about this particular part a lot on your page. How do you get invited to such events? As someone who is a small creator or just started, how do you get invited?
So you need to maintain that relation with the brand. Like it's like, if you are a beauty creator, you need to at least post some content about the brand or get acquainted in the same, niche. Like if you are a creator with you can say you're talking about a category of products, but the brand is in a B category, like extremely high-end luxury. You won't expect to get invited to those events because you're not fitting in the branding side of that brand, right? You need to actually use those range of products, or even like come into, like, okay, if I want to collaborate with, let's just say Maybelline, I need to use those kind of products, like.
So you should be related somehow. Right.
Niche honi chahiye, yeah, at least some kind of thing where you will get acquainted with them and then they will call you. Again, it depends on agencies as well. Sometimes brands don't call, like they hire agencies and they're like, tum bula lo.
Right.
So it depends on agencies. If you have connections with agencies, if you are in the list of the agencies, then they will invite you. Sometimes you can even go as +1. I went at so many events as +1s with my friends.
Right.
And that's how I got to enjoy the events as well. But yeah, not all events are +1s. Please keep that in mind.
Is it always a paid thing that you go, like brand will pay for the attendance, or it's only for a goodwill of the brand? How does it work?
No. Right now, not many events are paid unless like very, very few. I would say 90% of the events are like just free. So they just call because, they want to increase goodwill, because after COVID, everything's, during COVID, everything stopped. So now they are trying back to, maintain relations. See the creators, because all of like us, like creators and videographers, most of us shoot from our home, like we don't really have a connection with the outer world or social life.
Yeah.
So once in a while, they just, have these events to get to know the creator or the people they're doing business with in person to make that happen. Honestly, completely subjective to creators if they want to go to events for free. I mean, like you will get, invites to 10, 20 events in a month. Like
Yeah.
Like the peak season, you get
Yeah.
invited to like many events, but it's on you if you have the mental strength and physical capacity to go travel to another part of town for events.
And if you also
if
have
you really
enough outfits to go for all
enough
the
outfits.
events, every time a separate.
That is
Yeah.
another thing. No one tells you that during events there is also a dress code most of the
Yeah.
times. So you keep on buying outfits to match, and then you don't wear those outfits again. But yeah, you have to.
So what
wear
is that one event that you enjoyed most? Like that this was the best event that you have attended, and what is the worst as well? I want to know both. Okay, don't name the brand, of course.
Okay.
But
Best, I would say the Nykaa thing, which happened 10 years Nykaa anniversary, which was
Okay.
2022. And they flew literally all creators, beauty creators from all over India.
Oh,
And
nice.
they made them stay in St. Regis, and they had a party. I think it was somewhere in Lower Parel, I forgot the name. But it was so much fun. Like literally 100 people were there. The theme was pink. So everyone wore pink and, glamorous.
yeah.
Me and all other creators went together and we were partying until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Then we went to other creators' place, like Ashi's place.
Yeah.
We chilled over there, and the next day came home. And then next day I came again at Alfia's place. And then the creators who flew back were returning. So सब creators दूसरे creators के घर पे मिलके सबने chill किया, and it was so memorable because all of the creators came together for the first time.
Yeah.
From Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune, all of that. It was so much fun. So yeah, very memorable. Worst event, I don't think there was really any. Like I can't think of any like that. I have one which was, it is in the different category where I left for the event and texted the person saying I've left for the event, and the person calls me and I'm like, it's okay if you don't come to the event. And I'm like, why? So they're like, actually, there was a limiting seating arrangement, and the agency or the brand is now not like letting more creators be a part of the whatever the thing was, the
Okay.
activation was. I was like, okay, and I was stuck in traffic, and I was like, it's okay, I'm just turning the car around by. I was like,
So that was your reaction. That okay.
I was like, okay, like this has never happened to me. So yeah. So my question for you is, in what ways does your creative freedom gets blocked as a videographer? Any scenarios you can think of?
I have a very long answer about this. I have to shorten it somehow.
it.
So, if brand is sending a brief and a script and a reference, it's okay. But if they send you a scene by scene, okay, this is how we want the scene. Like itna close, background में ये होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए, ये नहीं. That's still fine. But if it's like completely written, then why are we there? So the only time influencers or creators will hire videographer is when it's written needs to be shot professionally. Otherwise, most content you shoot by yourself.
Yeah.
If the shots are steady on tripod, then why do we even go there and shoot? Right? You can shoot it by yourself. If it's a steady video, if it's not a moving video, or you don't need any cinematography in that, any external creativity, then why are we there in the first place? That's the question.
But who is calling you for such videos?
So for like clients only, but even they are not aware. Like creators are not aware that it's going to be like this.
Oh.
So last week only I was shooting for a brand. So they asked us to send a video of each shot that we are taking. Like each shot. I know that agencies and brands will ask you to send the setup and what we are shooting, but we can't send you each shot,
I did this
Like-
last week.
right? I mean, so after a point, even the creator I was shooting with, when she got pissed, she called the brand and she said, "Brand का आदमी यहाँ पे क्यों नहीं है फिर?"
Yeah, true.
Like if you want to check and control everything,
हाँ.
then the brand
Over
person
control.
or the agency person should be present at the shoot location.
True.
We don't really get to explore our creativities like in depth, but when it's organic shoot, like if someone wants to do outfit or organic makeup videos, तो वहाँ पे we can go all in.
Play around,
तो
yeah.
जैसा
That's
lighting
nice.
करना है, जो करना है.
Yeah.
So even I don't think it's on creators. I think it's the brand or agencies who are like kind of controlling the whole scenario. Like I don't think you would mind if I change the lighting in the scene as long as you are looking good.
Yeah.
So
And it's about like trying something new and different.
yeah, but I have also shot one video. So that person was holding me like by my shoulders and asking me to you stand here, take this shot, Only keep this much part of me in the frame. Take this shot, don't move. Then next shot. Okay, only take this part. Don't show her, only show me. So again, my same point.
Yeah.
If you don't want,
you have a tripod for
you
that.
have a tripod for that. Why do I
They
come
need a
and
human
shoot?
tripod.
Yeah, I mean, why am I like this? Okay, itna hi shot lena. Why am I doing that? And I know so many influencers also complain about this, that after a point it's just about digital ad or
Yeah.
a social media ad,
Yeah.
where you just have to look in the camera and say कि ये मेरे brand का tagline है, ये USP है, just go and buy.
Yeah. So, like, this is a fresh wound because this happened to me last week. I'll tell you offline what all happened.
Yeah.
But one thing which pisses me off is like, and I also made a video about this on Urvi Designs, is like brands know that, you know, like if they give the creative freedom to the influencers, not just an influencer, because they have like, you know, they are hiring many influencers for the marketing campaign. Doing the same video and the same script for all the 20, 25, 50 influencers, how many ever are there, it is going to look like an ad and people are going to scroll past and unka bhi paisa waste ho raha hai. I don't know, some of them have understood, some of them haven't understood. And then it's like the creator also feels very like, ugh, like, you know, like I have so many good ideas to make
Right.
this product look good and give justice to the product, you know, on how actually well it can work and not just in a generic way कि ये लो ले लो खरीद लो ये best product है. नहीं,
Yeah.
ऐसे नहीं चलता है.
Yeah.
Like there are so many ways, you know, in which a creator can show it, but they can't in some ways because there is a particular script which they have to follow 90% of the time. So this is something which even if we try to explain, we are trying to explain, most of us, like I'm talking about me and my friends, but वो नहीं होता है in some scenarios. So it's like ठीक है तुम्हें करना ही पड़ता है. So
I miss the time when ads were placed like integrated.
Yeah.
YouTube videos में जो long format
Yeah.
videos बनते थे, like so many the OG YouTube creators where they'll just talk about their life or their trip, and somewhere in between for 15 20 seconds
yeah.
they'll put the brand integration. I miss that time, like seriously.
but that is still there, na? I
That is
feel
still
like.
there.
हाँ,
But
but reels का you're saying
on the
yeah.
reels it's not possible. Of course some influencers are still trying to add their stories and all of that,
Yeah.
but again it's up to the brand.
Yeah.
If they don't allow you, I know so many influencers like yourself who have like very creative ideas, and when you guys talk to me about कि ये ऐसा shoot करते हैं and then brand comes like clean bold, ये नहीं कर सकते, ये ऐसे ही
Yeah.
white background. तो
White background, oh my
white
God.
background was the
influencer बनना है white background रखो please.
So I know this one scene. We shot, won't take a name. We shot a whole YouTube video, 20 minutes YouTube video. Everything was white, background. We
Outfit
kept,
also white.
We just kept like इससे भी छोटा वाला एक planter, like इससे भी छोटा. Brand asked us to reshoot the entire thing. So it was a 20-minute long dedicated YouTube video for a brand. So only इतना भी नहीं रखना होता guys. इतना भी नहीं रख सकते आप लोग.
That is insane. That is.
That's all. What is the most unprofessional behavior that you have experienced till now?
So it comes in like pieces. So, you know, sometimes they'll just message you at a certain time, call you at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., or just message you at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yaar, mujhe sone do, yaar. At least, you know, I'm not in the zone to answer the call and talk about whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I understand people have their own to-do list and, you know, all of those things. But I feel like that was something which was, I feel is unprofessional. And then again, it's not on the person who is working also. Maybe the brands also are on top of their heads. Ki karo, karo, karo. Another thing which was unprofessional with me was, I think at pre-COVID era, I called this person for something, and then they just hung up on me. And call bhi nahi kiya baad mein. And I was like, what? Like, so that was the one situation. And then there was this one situation, it didn't happen to me, but with my friend. So they were like very, very rude and like yelling at the creator, ki aise hi karo, samajhta nahi hai kya, and all that, in like very weird languages. So, which was also like, you should respect the other person as well, right? So that was also something which was very unprofessional, which happened.
What's your take on work-life balance? How do you tackle this issue?
I don't have a work-life balance. I try my best, but I feel like, you know, I've been in situations where I used to work a lot, and then, you know, I realized the importance of having a work-life balance. So now I kind of draw these boundaries where I'm like, okay, if you want to call me, you can call me, but I'm not going to answer the call after 9 p.m. from an unknown number or anything like that, because I'm not in the zone to
Yeah.
even answer calls or anything. And then if someone, a client or someone, even if they are messaging me at a certain point, even like some clients message me at 5 a.m., so I don't reply to them. I understand that is their time to check their emails or whatever it
Yeah.
is, but I am like, they also know that, and I make it very clear that, whatever it is, I will tell you, reply to you between this
Yeah.
time, so that I am also in the zone. They are also, they'll also get a reply
Like
from me.
good reply.
Yeah, not like हाँ ठीक है
हाँ.
5 बजे उठ के. Yeah. What about you? Do you have a work-life balance?
What I used to believe, I read this or I heard this somewhere, that there is no such thing as work-life balance. If you are a doctor, then your work is saving patients, and that's how it becomes your life. So there is no work-life balance, and I took it very literally. I thought that shooting is my work and shooting is my life. So anything related to a camera is something that I have to do, and that's my work, but I made it my life. So it came to a point where I felt that I don't know anything but photography or videography. So if I'm not going on a shoot, I don't know what to do. And that led to me not being interested in shoots. So ऐसा लगता है कि अभी शूट पे नहीं जाना है, ये शूट पे मैं क्यों जाऊँ? Like, क्या ही होगा मैं शूट पे जाके? क्या ही होगा? मतलब मैं शूट कर लूँगा तो क्या ही हो जाएगा? और नहीं भी जाऊँगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? So the one thing that you love most in your life, if you start hating that, then you have to draw the line somewhere. Then you have to go to Goa, go for a week, enjoy your life, come back with a fresh mindset. Yeah, unwind. So earlier I used to think कि नहीं है work life balance, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. But now I feel कि बहुत ज़रूरी है. And
it is.
Sleep भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. पहले मुझे नहीं लगता था. But now
sleep is for the weak.
That's what I used to feel. But no.
Anyone who says that on the internet, I'm like, oh God. They'll understand soon.
Yeah. That was me. That internet person was me. But I think now I know कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता कि सिर्फ काम ही करते रहो. इतना हार्डकोर वर्क वाले होके कुछ अलग नहीं होने वाला. You have to somewhere you have to enjoy, because I realized that I'm not giving time to my friends. I'm not giving time to my family or myself. I'm not doing anything for myself, and I started feeling that when I'm shooting, that's the only time I'm doing something for myself. But apart from that, I didn't had any life. So that's where I had to draw a line. Yeah.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question I have for you is, do you work with influencers on barter collabs for branded content, or like, the exposure thing?
Straight answer is no. Like, there is no other way to put it nicely.
It that way.
But if someone is working on a conceptual shoot, or if there's any concept, if there's any particular theme that they want to do, if it's an editorial shoot, and if it's organic, then I have shot on a collaboration basis where I feel that even my creativity is also involved, even my creative opinion is valued, and it will help me in some ways. Then I have shot for creators or models or influencers, but not for the brand, because when you're shooting for the brand, you are helping them make money, and exposure is not going to help you in any way.
True.
So I understand when someone is new in the market, they need to have that exposure, they need to have those followers and those numbers. But after a point, you will get frustrated. Like, कितने दिन तुम collab पे काम करोगे?
Yeah.
The influencer or the creator, they are getting paid, but videographer they want on collab. So what is barter collaboration? Barter is you give something,
and you get something
I give something in return. What am I getting? I'm giving you a full edited video.
Getting.
What am I getting? But where you feel that you can explore yourself, explore your creativity, that's when you collab, but not for the branded content. And I want to ask the same to you. Do you work on barter basis, or what's your take on this?
So in the start, yes, of course I did barter collaborations, and when I started, there was mostly barter collaborations. 2016 and all of that. So, but then again, as and when the creator economy boosted and all of that thing happened, and followers also grew, I knew that I had to make a line of no barter, or transitioning from barter to paid was a bit difficult, because again there were agencies were like, why are you doing paid, you know, everyone else is doing barter, tum kyun kar rahe ho? So you need to make that transition, and it is a bit difficult. But again, I would say that barter and paid is very, very subjective. It is on you if you want to work with the brand. For example, tomorrow if I don't know, like a Dyson or something which is a very fancy brand which comes to me and they're like, barter karna hai, do you want to do it? There are creators who are taking it up, right?
Yeah.
So ऐसे नहीं है कि नहीं ले रहे बड़े से बड़े creators. It is subjective, it is on you. But then for most of it, I don't do barter. Like I think I stopped doing barter 5-6 years ago. And the transition was a bit difficult because I had to make them understand that I'm not doing barter anymore. So nowadays for barter, again, brands also understand that not good creators are not doing barter collaborations. They will do for stories, for barter maybe, for a reel you cannot expect. So they have also understood that.
So explain this. Suppose you are a fashion creator, then there is a paid collaboration, there is a barter collaboration, there is a PR, and then there is a sourcing.
Yeah.
So these 4 different things.
Okay.
Explain.
So PR is basically you get the products
Yeah.
from the brand and they don't expect you. They don't expect you to post a story or anything, like gift hai, le lo tumhare liye.
Okay.
ठीक है. Barter collaboration is basically they give you the product, have to make a video for them, whatever they say, you know, ye hai deliverables, and then I get to keep the product, I post the video, barter collab, done. Sourcing next is basically mostly happens in fashion,
Yeah.
where you take the product on like क्या बोलते हैं, borrow कर रहे हो वो outfit वो brand से, you take for sourcing usually happens for events. अगर कोई अच्छा event, red carpet events है,
Yeah.
big events happening,
Yeah.
so fashion bloggers usually source the outfit, they wear it to the event, they tag them, all of that. Celebrities also do that.
Yeah.
Now influencers have started
Yeah.
doing that, and then they return the outfit. So that is called a sourcing. And then paid is basically where you go, they give you the products. In beauty mostly they give you the products, you shoot, you get paid for it, you get to keep the products. In fashion, if they say कि you have to return those, then you have to return it, but you get paid for it and you get to wear the product for the video. So that is the difference. One of the questions which I feel like it will be very helpful is, how do you finalize commercials as a videographer while starting out?
While starting out, very blunt answer, work in anything that you get. When you are starting, all you need is good work and good word about your work. These 2 things are very important. No matter what's the payment, if you're not taking the project because the budget is less, when you're starting, I'm talking about, not when you're like intermediate or expert in the field, but when you're starting, if you're not working, then how are you going to get good projects in the future? I know so many people, they don't work because the budget is less. And if I ask कि तुम्हारा प्रोफाइल भेजो कि मुझे ब्रांड को आगे भेजना है, फिर क्लाइंट को आगे भेजना है,
Yeah, to see your work.
हाँ, to show your work, they don't have anything. Then on what basis are you charging?
Charging, yeah.
So when you're starting out, my very humble opinion
You
is,
need to have a portfolio.
yeah, for your portfolio, work in anything that you get, work in collaboration, work in less prices. I have worked where I have to put my money into getting that shoot or getting the shoot done. If there's a specific requirement, like अगर किसी का मुझे wide angles में shoot करना है, and if I have a telephoto lens, I'll have to rent a wide angle lens, because I can't say कि मेरे पास वो lens नहीं है तो मैं आपके pictures नहीं click कर पाऊंगा वो वाले, because at the end मुझे भी तो वो content चाहिए ना, मुझे भी तो वो मेरे portfolio के लिए चाहिए, so I'll have to rent the lens जिससे वो काम हो जाए. So many people don't do that because they feel कि इसमें से मुझे कुछ रिटर्न नहीं मिलने वाला है, but उसका रिटर्न आगे जाके तो मिलेगा ना कहीं पे.
Exactly.
But
And
I
it's
know
not like completely free, right? You are getting paid.
Yeah,
right?
I know
Something.
it's hard when you are starting कि खुद से पैसा डालना थोड़ा लगता है कि मैं क्यों करूँ, कुछ भी तो रिजल्ट anyway आने वाला ही है, मैं कैसा भी कंटेंट दे ही रहा हूँ. But that's where you differentiate कि ये मेरा बेसिक काम है और ये मेरा अच्छा काम है in the same budget. So when the next time that same person wants to reach out to you a year later, of course that person is going to increase your commercial.
Yeah.
They are not going to ask in the same price. If they ask, then it's your choice if you want to work.
Say कि
or
increase
but
हो गया.
after a year or 2 you have a choice. But when you're starting out, you don't have a choice. You work with anything that you get. I started with shooting with my friends. Like literally जो मेरे close friends है, भाई तू ये कपड़ा पहन के आ जा, यहाँ पे शूट के लिए जाते हैं, शूट कर लेंगे, वापस आ जाएंगे. That's how I started. Because initially, even to get in touch with small creators, it's hard because why should, let's say if I'm starting out, I have 100 followers and one post on my page. Why should someone with 2,000 followers should shoot with me? There is no reason, right? If I don't have anything to show on my page, if I'm just reaching out to you and saying कि मैं photographer हूँ, मेरे साथ shoot करो,
How
one is
will I
going to
believe
shoot.
you?
Yeah. So you need to have something on your portfolio. You need to have something to show, and that's when you get the good projects. But when you have like at least 2-3 years experience, then it's up to you how you charge, depending on the kind of project that you get. What I like to do is I keep a set, like कि अगर reel है तो इसका इतना होगा, अगर इवेंट है तो इतना होगा, अगर स्टोर विजिट है तो उसका इतना होगा, अगर 2 क्रिएटर साथ में कर रहे हैं तो उसका इतना होगा, अगर स्टोरी भी उसके साथ शूट करना है. ब्रांड्स और क्रिएटर्स, दे डोंट वांट टू पे यू फॉर द स्टोरीज, बट you are getting a separate product out of the same shoot, or maybe a separate completely different shoot. You are changing the outfit, you are changing the whole script, you are changing the whole set, and you are asking to shoot the story or shoot the pictures for free. That should not be the case, because people are doing it. People are shooting stories for free, people are shooting pictures for free. But I just don't get it. Like, if the deliverables are different, then why payment is only one, like only for one particular, not for 3 particulars.
Person is getting paid for 3 things.
Yeah, like suppose you are a creator, brand ने approach किया है, and brand is asking कि मुझे एक static post चाहिए, एक story चाहिए, एक reel चाहिए. Why are you only paying me for reel? Not you.
I know,
But
I understand. Yeah.
why someone would only pay for reel and not for the story and not for the pictures, when someone is already getting paid for that? At least you can ask कि मुझे इसका भी pay करो, because that's what I'm doing. This is not something that I'm doing for the hobby. This is my like roti kapda makan is the situation. But yeah, I mean, when you have experience, then you have a call. Uske baad you can decide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great answer. Okay. So this is the segment 2 of the same session, and we are going to jump into a bit more serious and controversial questions. So the next question for you is, how do you build a team?
Okay, very honest answer. If someone is joining me, if as an intern or as an assistant or as a video editor, on the very first day, I say that to the person, the sooner you leave me, the more happier I get. That means I've taught you enough to start your own thing by yourself. And that's true. You can ask any of my team members. They'll give you the same answer. Because if someone is joining me, they want experience, they want knowledge, they want exposure, and they want to know how it works. If I get greedy, like being very honest, then it's not fair for them. I should pay half of my payment to them as well. That तुम मेरे से इतना टाइम से काम कर रहे हो, तो ये मेरा 50% शेयर ले लो, but that's not going to happen. So if I make you like capable enough that you can start your own journey as soon as possible, that means I succeeded by hiring you. And of course, the fundamentals has to be like clear. The basic, you have to know basic. Even if you're an editor or videographer or assistant, anyone, you have to know how camera operates, how you're going to change the lighting, what change in the settings is going to change the scene. You have to know, like you need to know some technical, some information. Of course, you can't be expert. If you're expert, you won't be joining me. But you have to have some information about how things work. If you're an editor, then you should be at least aware about 2 to 3 different kind of editing softwares. For editors, you need to have your own system. That's very basic. Even I feel that CapCut is very good software. People think it's a cheap version of, or a like good version of InShot. But it's
not available in India.
Yeah, so it's a little tricky.
To download
those who know, they know.
I know.
So yeah, if you can, or if you have access to CapCut, then of course go for that. If not, then Premiere Pro is the easiest software that you can use. If not, then VN InShot वो software है. But yeah, if you're my team, then at least 2-3 software तो पता होने चाहिए. And I have made this in such a way that like it took me very long to get this team ready. every person who works for me have experience in Premiere Pro. So
Okay.
suppose one of my editor is working on a project and that person is not available anymore. कुछ भी emergency आया, he can't continue the edit.
हाँ.
All he have to do is
Edit-
upload the project
Export
file.
the, yeah,
He have
XML.
to, हाँ, he just have to give me the project file. वो ड्राइव पे डाल देगा. बाकी जो मेरे वीडियोस है जो शूट किया है वो ऑलरेडी ड्राइव पे है.
Yeah.
So another editor can work on the same
Work on the
project
same thing.
immediately.
Yeah.
All they have to do
It's
is
not
download
like-
the files and start.
Yeah.
They don't have to start from the scratch. So-
That's good.
जितने भी एडिटर्स है सारे प्रीमियर प्रो में करते हैं. दे ऑल्सो नो अदर सॉफ्टवेयर्स. इफ़ यू नो DaVinci Resolve, द फ्यूचर इज़ फॉर यू बिकॉज एवरीवन इज शिफ्टिंग टू DaVinci. प्रीमियर प्रो में कलर ग्रेडिंग ऑफ कोर्स होता है बट इतना नहीं होता है. नाउ पीपल वांट कलर ग्रेडिंग.
Color grading, yeah.
पीपल वांट गुड लुकिंग स्किन इन एडिट एज वेल, जो प्रीमियर में इतना फ्रीडम नहीं देता करने के लिए. बट DaVinci Resolve में यू कैन लिटरली चेंज द डे टू नाइट, नाइट टू डे. You have that access. How do you hire a good video editor? You asked me a question about building a team.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this.
Okay. So, firstly, you need to have the train of thought कि video editor को hire करना है सबसे पहले. Because
Right.
I know so many of the people who are so vigilant that मेरे जैसा editing कोई नहीं कर सकता. No, there are
That's me.
people.
That's me.
There are people who will. Don't. I was
Right.
in that space.
Right.
But then I realized that it was causing me so much, like because again I have so many things to do. So firstly, you need to get that thought ki, this is actually affecting my workflow. There are people who are, ready to help you. Secondly, put up a email or something on LinkedIn or story, looking for a video editor. And most of the times you will get emails because video editors are actively emailing, cold emailing, creators. You need to go through the process. फर्स्ट टाइम में वीडियो एडिटर नहीं मिलने वाला है तुम लोगों को अच्छा खासा, मैं बोल रही हूँ. यू नीड टू गो एंड सी व्हाट इज द स्टाइल ऑफ द एडिटिंग. अगेन आस्क देम व्हाट एप्स डू दे यूज. आर दे वेल वर्स्ड विद अ गुड एडिटिंग ऐप लाइक Final Cut, Premiere Pro, whatever those are. Then you need to give them some reference on, okay, ऐसे ऐसे वीडियो चाहिए. Give them a trial video to edit and see if they are really fitting. Are they understanding? I know a video editor, when I was telling the person music slow करना, they were just increasing the music.
Oh, okay.
And they were not getting what I was trying to say them.
Right.
You can do this one thing which I just remembered someone did on YouTube. They gave the same video, like one minute ka video shoot kiya. They gave the same video to 3 editors and
Right.
gave them the same script, same audio message saying ki this is the type I want, this is the flow, this is my vibe, edit and give it to me. And the best one who edited, who understood the person, the editing style, what they wanted to convey from the video, they got the job. So similarly, you can do the same thing. Give them a trial, so to just 30-second video even is fine to understand if they are understanding what you really want and how quickly are they delivering. So this is what I did. I went through a couple of editors to see if they are really fitting my, criteria. Are they understanding? How many times also, do they have to re-edit after I've told? Are they understanding in one go? Then those are the people who are with me
Right.
still right now. Because
Right.
they understood in one go. I don't have to tell them 10 times, ki, acha ye, acha wo. They understand it. So that's how you can hire a good video editor.
You said how soon they can deliver.
हाँ.
What's your benchmark for that? What do you think कि इतने टाइम में तो एडिट हो ही जाना चाहिए?
So again, it's like I cannot be like, आज YouTube video एक भेज रही हूँ 10 मिनट का, tomorrow send that, because I know that takes time. You can ask them what is their minimum, कितना दिन लगेगा to edit a YouTube video and a reel. So again, and also if it is urgent, you can, ask them अगर urgently चाहिए, then can I pay you extra to, deliver that video to me. So you need to have that in, mind as well, because if it is a brand video, there will be 100% of the time when the brand will be, give me the video today. So you need to ask the video editor, can you give me the video today? What if I pay you extra? So you need to communicate that, because what if the person, is also traveling, or just in general, it takes them 2 days to edit the video and give it to you properly. So you need to communicate that beforehand as well.
Do you think that having your own team, like in-house team, is better, or hiring freelancers for each project is better? What do you think works best for you?
Freelancers for every other project, alag, yeah.
Like,
same
do they
freelancer
have to be in a full-time job as an editor, or they can be freelancers, they can take other projects, but they'll also work for you? What is the best case scenario for you?
I mean, honestly, if you have like a huge, you know, like a role, or you're an influencer where you need the person actively 24/7, you know, in a offline setup to constantly be with you. And, you know, then of course you need a full-time job, because the responsibility is also like that. Like you have to edit, you know, if the YouTuber, for example, is posting 3 times a week, of course they'll need a full-time editor, because 3 times a week posting a video, editing that takes a lot of time. So that time you can think of, okay, hiring a full-time. But if you're doing like a once a week YouTube video and you have a couple of shorts and reels going like live in a month, you can hire a freelancer. And also, do you have the means to have set up an office for a full-time person, right? Do you want to call them to your house to edit and constantly see, control, you know, kya edit kar rahe ho? If that is feasible for you, hire a full-time person. Otherwise, freelancing is also fine, I feel like. And most of the people do freelancing only.
Yeah.
Like 99% of the times I know that freelancers hai.
Yeah, but mostly for video editors, I'm saying this. Whenever I get like a ad ki looking for video editors or any of that, mostly people or brands or businesses are looking for full-time job only. So I feel if you
People are looking for.
if you have a business ready, if it's a like agency or anything like that, then you'll have to go for a full-time job only.
Yeah.
But if it's an individual thing, then maybe you can try for a freelancing thing.
Yeah, in the creator space, you can say people are mostly chill with freelancing, you know.
Yep, some
editors.
people still do hire a
Still.
full-time editor ki this person will work exclusively for me and won't take any other work.
That I saw happening with Logan Paul and David Dobrik.
Right.
Because their editing style was so crazy that no one should match it and no one should take my business. So that's why Logan Paul hired his video editor full-time basis, because again, competition किसी और तो उसको आगे जाना था. Ali Abdal does the same thing, but he has he used to post 3 times a week. Again on had a podcast which the same editor edits. Again he had a vlog channel. So of course with that 5 video edits maybe like a week or something like that, only a full-time person can
then
accomplish.
only one dedicated person should work on the entire thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's a separate thing. Yeah, agreed.
So I have a very controversial question for you. You can answer it if you want.
Okay.
What was the worst collab with a creator, influencer, whatever?
Like a barter collab or
any
like any assignment?
Any that you were like, this is the worst. I just no.
How many you want?
How many? Oh my god. I just have one in my mind.
Okay. If it has to be one.
The most traumatic.
It was that only. Jab that person
15
was.
edits.
No. 15 edit was still okay.
Okay, the person, the human tripod.
Human tripod. What a word, yaar. Come on. Human tripod. So that person was like, it's very, sorry to say, but it's very humiliating कि आप एक प्रोफेशनल को बुलाओ और आप उसको ही बताओ कि उसका जॉब कैसे करना है. And he's telling me कि he used to be a photographer back in the days. And he have shot with so many big photographers before. And videographers and photographers will understand what I'm saying. At the end, he asked me कि मेरे कैमरा के लेंस के ऊपर जो फिल्टर है इसको क्या बोलते हैं रे? And I was like, अगर तू प्रोफेशनल है
You should know
तो तेरे को ये
that.
क्यों नहीं पता है? Like it's a very basic thing to know. It's a very basic thing to know कि वो चीज़ क्या है. That was the worst shoot. Yeah, because I felt like बस ये खत्म करो. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning, like 1 a.m. And you are still shooting one reel for last 5 hours. Just get it done. खत्म करो. You are checking every shot. After giving instruction कि ऐसा ही चाहिए. Still you are coming and checking.
Seeing everything.
So I was like done. खत्म करो. जाने दो घर पे. And I think that was the last time I shot with him. Shot with
Good.
हाँ.
Yeah, great.
What about you? You have only one.
I have one, and that was, I don't know how to even say it.
Okay.
I cannot even give too many details. My manager will know what I'm talking about. But the brand basically changed the script so many times. So many times. They made me film the video so many times. They were complaining that my hair isn't straight enough. और मैं इस्त्री कर रही हूँ मेरे बाल. And I'm like, this is the last it can get. They still rejected that. They still made me reshoot that. And then I reshot it. And then they're like, there's a clip in the entire video. The video is looking fine.
Yeah.
and they're like, no, this is not good enough, we need more. So I shot the video for the fourth time. Like, again that happened. Then I had a mental breakdown. I told, I cannot do this anymore. We have been going on with this for the past how many ever weeks that was. Please close this. And it's not just like the video was bad. All the videos I gave them were good. Like, again, the creative freedom thing, which, they just wanted things their way, like cut to cut their way. एक भी चीज ऊपर नीचे नहीं चाहिए. And they did not just do this with me. They did this with multiple creators. And then I basically I was like, बस हो गया, मुझे नहीं चाहिए. I was just crying. And then of course, then वो ठीक हो गया. And then yeah, that was traumatic. And I even told my person that, bus, this is the end.
I think I know which video you're talking about. I'll ask you personally.
I will show you later after
मुझे
this.
इसमें थोड़ा और चाहिए, इसमें थोड़ा और information
I
चाहिए.
even made a video.
Is it the same video that you had to shoot in between the wedding?
No.
That's a different thing.
No, that was still fine. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, 3 times script change, 4 times shooting. And then after that, 10 different 1,000 times they were fighting. So this is completely different than what that was. But yeah, I feel like the people, I mean, the brands, of course, the products were nice and everything is nice and all of that. But the people responsible, like they should know, they should understand the aspect of this, of a sponsored video, right? Sub video same hoga, to itna ad jaise lagega, then you will not get a good response.
Of course.
So they should give the creators the creative freedom, thoda bahut, at least like 60% to experiment with whatever it is to
high
actually.
Hopes.
Yeah,
You
I have very high hopes.
But I have a petition कि जो भी POC होता है, brand, and I think they should be creators only.
I don't
think all the
that can happen.
Brand POCs, they should have some experience into content creation. Then only they can ask something that is possible enough.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe they should understand the creator's point of view to explain that to the brand, because sometimes they also don't understand that, in a way that we understand it.
Very unrealistic expectations have been
Made.
put. हाँ कि ये ऐसा बना के the video, which is humanly not possible. So even POCs and brands need to understand. But they won't understand unless they do it by themselves. So this is my very strong feeling that brand के वो team में there has to be someone who knows content creation, who knows video editing, who knows video shooting, videography and all of that. कि ये possible भी है करना या नहीं करना. And there have been some incidents जब brand ने बोला कि आप जितना भी open file edit किया है उसका open file आप भेज दो, हमारा team बना के भेज देगा. So that's still
that also
fine.
they can do.
Yeah, that's still fine. If you think that you are not able to express कि आपको क्या चाहिए, हमको नहीं समझ रहा है, गरीब लोग हैं हम, तो आप खुद ये फाइल ले लो, एडिट करके खत्म करो.
Yeah, that can be also done. Okay, so my next question for you is iPhone really necessary for videos?
My answer can be biased because I like iPhone का video quality, but it's not really necessary. So, and there are so many good Android or any other smartphones in the market. They can shoot really good video. But कैमरा का सेंसर अच्छा होना important है. उसके अंदर जो resolution size मिलता है, जो भी what all things that you can change in the settings, that you can change FPS, you can change you can shoot in 4K, all of that. That's actually important, not the iPhone. If any other smartphone have that quality or those settings that you can change, then of course you can shoot in that. Because at the end, वो resolution, वो frame rate is going to matter. Of course, iPhone का video quality is better compared to other smartphones or other cameras available in the market. But it's
not compulsory.
It's not compulsory. Because earlier, even I have shot some amazing pictures, amazing portraits, amazing silhouettes actually in Samsung ka wo M31 phone. And that camera was not even that good. But if you know the technicals really well, if you can operate camera and your smartphone very well, then iPhone hona hi zaruri nahi hai. And so many people have iPhone but unko chalana nahi aata. So when I see them shooting the video that we made, the flickering
flicker
wala.
one,
so many people struggle that because they don't know how to tackle
and I
that,
see this
how to
on Reels.
change that. Because we both saw that it's a problem and we can fix that. But if you don't know, then why are you even shooting in like iPhone? If you are shooting like normally, front camera on करके कुछ shoot करने वाले हो, then there are other options. But again, जो मैंने videographers के लिए बोला, if you are a creator as well, starting में you can't stop yourself because gears अच्छा नहीं है, equipment अच्छा नहीं है, budget नहीं है. हाँ, you can't have excuses. अगर है excuses तो you are not serious enough. तो जो भी है उससे शुरू करो. I started with मेरे cousin भाई का Canon 700D, which is a very good enough camera. Then I switched to Sony Cybershot, which is a point and shoot, very small camera. Then I switched to Canon M50, which is a crop sensor camera. Then I switched to Canon R6. So if I say कि मेरा खुद का कैमरा नहीं है, मैं मेरे कजिन भाई का कैमरा यूज़ कर रहा हूँ, and I have shot in Realme का स्मार्टफोन also. So if you are giving excuses कि मेरे पास iPhone नहीं है इसलिए शूट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ या फिर नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, then it's not fair. अगर है तो of course advantage है, but it should not stop.
There are so many creators who just start like
just start. And weirdly enough, or I don't know what to say, but those videos are actually working. If you see the current
quality,
trend on the Instagram, the more organic the video, better engagement and better reach that it gets. Unless like opposed to someone who have shot it professionally using camera, unless it's a very good production video that अच्छे सेट पे गए हैं, शूट किया है, देन इट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. बट अगर आपका सेटअप घर का ही है बट आप उसमें कुछ भी ऐड कर रहे हो, तो आई डोंट सी दैट वर्किंग वेल ऑन द इंस्टाग्राम. एल्गोरिदम इज थोड़ा सा वियर्ड राइट नाउ, बट द मोर ऑर्गेनिक द वीडियो लुक्स इट्स बेटर. या सो वेरी controversial question, very important questions. Can a creator make 25 lakh rupees from one reel?
Okay, so yes and no. It depends on the creator. It depends on the fan base. It depends on the audience. It depends on where your audience is from. There are a lot of factors which consist to get to that 25 lakhs a month. Of course, ये numbers throw out किए जाते हैं. There are creators who are making such huge amounts of money, but they have that impact. So again, it also depends on the brand and the niche of the brand who is paying you that much. So yeah, of course, this is a very huge topic, and I have a
dedicated
masterclass
course
for this 3-day masterclass for this.
Are you going to link that in the description?
I don't know. But मतलब है कि देखो, हर एक ब्रांड, हर एक नीश जो रहती है, टेक ब्रांड्स पे डिफरेंट, ब्यूटी ब्रांड्स पे डिफरेंट, फैशन ब्रांड्स पे डिफरेंट. सो brands का भी है, and also the type of the creator. Of course, 25 lakhs a small creator, you can't get those commercials, right? But
आदमी पागल हो जाएगा इतना मिला तो भी,
yeah,
कि मुझे इतना क्यों पे कर रहे हैं.
But yes, the bigger creators you see, they are getting paid. I'm not sure about their commercials, but yes, around those numbers, very very truly, they can make that much money. I
think I saw one video about it was Just Neil or Focus, I don't remember. You only posted that video.
Yeah.
Right?
They said that they can earn anywhere from 70 to 1 crore.
A year. But this is about 25 lakh.
A year tha
a month or from one reel. So
yeah, this was different.
Do you know anyone who have earned 25 lakh from one reel?
नहीं, from one reel नहीं.
Okay.
मैंने सुना है.
A month?
From one reel or like 25 lakhs a month?
Month.
Yes.
All right, let's not disclose any names.
I'm not disclosing name. I just know. Yeah. Around.
Okay. And follow-up question.
Okay.
What is the busiest month of the year and how much you made? How much you make in that month?
My manager will throw me out. The busiest month is always October or November because Diwali, Navratri, sab brands pagal ho jate hain. And you also know that everyone is so... Yeah, everyone wants brand deals and all of that, events, all of that happen. So that, and the next part, how much I made, I cannot give you a number. I will come in trouble, but multiple 6 figures. That's it. That's what I'll say.
Fair enough.
What about you?
Same thing. I don't mind disclosing the number, but same thing. People will say all kinds of things. Again, multiple six figures.
October, November?
That's really possible.
Yeah.
People seriously don't understand कि अगस्त से नवंबर तक you can't do anything but work.
I know.
उसके बाद 8 महीना बस तुम लोग गोवा में बैठ के रहो. It doesn't matter. वो 4 महीना मुंबई में रहो, अपने घर में रहो, स्टूडियो में रहो, बस काम करो वो 4 महीने के लिए. एंड यह सबसे ज़्यादा आफ्टर गणपति देन नवरात्रि, दुर्गा
That's when
पूजा,
the season starts.
हाँ फेस्टिव सीजन, उसके बाद आई थिंक करवा चौथ, देन दिवाली,
Navratri. Even wedding season, brands go crazy.
वेडिंग सीजन इज आई फील उसमें थोड़ा सा कम होता है, थोड़ा सा कम हो जाता है बिकॉज फेस्टिव में सबसे ज्यादा दे पुट, बिकॉज वो उनका फर्स्ट कैंपेन होता है हर ब्रांड का, वो 2 महीना इज लाइक फर्स्ट कैंपेन, सो दे गो ऑल इन.
Yeah, and the budgets also they increase. All of that is
so even एक दिन में आई हैव शॉट एट 3-4 different locations, 2-3 reels at one location. So those 2-3 months are crazy, and वो 3 महीना काम करो, उसके बाद आराम करो पूरा साल. That's possible, but again it depends on what kind of projects you are doing. For people who are in wedding industry, I'm talking about just photographers and videographers here, they are actually making 6 figures every month.
Wow.
They're actually making 6 figures every month. There is nothing new that's happening in the creative field. But you need to have that clientele, those skill sets that you can get hired at those projects. That if you are अगर आपका पर डे का चार्जेस वहाँ पे आप 10,000 रखते हो, it's not hard for you to get 10 weddings a month. But for someone to pay you 10,000 a day, you need to have
that skill set,
those skill sets कि मैं वहाँ पे जाके I can deliver my best.
Okay, so the next question is, are creators and videographers actually friends?
Uri, why are you doing this?
We are friends.
Yeah, I feel it's like every other scenario. Like even if you're working, you can be colleagues. You can be, okay, I know that person. You can be, he's my friend and he's my best friend. Those categories are
different
everywhere.
Yeah.
Same in the creative field. I feel that influencers and videographers can be really good friends. I believe that like so much. I don't see that happening very often unless you have a very special bond, special connection apart from work.
Yeah.
Like if you can hang out with that person, no matter creator, videographer, if you can hang out with that person separately and socially as well, then of course friendship हो सकता है. But I know कि it's not fair on both ends because sometimes सामने वाला can take advantage of you in so many ways.
Yeah, I know.
Mostly financial. If you are working with someone who's almost your friend, then you tend to settle for less money.
Yeah.
I've seen that happening with so many people. And somewhere I feel it's fair enough. If you're working with one person on regular basis, आपका bond अच्छा हो जाता है, तो of course you can talk about the commercials separately. But I've seen that led to someone else taking advantage about like over yourself, and it gets थोड़ा सा ugly. But I honestly believe कि creators, influencers and videographers can be good friends because they have very common factor is creativity.
Yeah.
They can go mad. If you and I talk about like how we can shoot this particular part, we can go for hours.
Yeah.
So
true.
Yeah, and to answer your question, it's like any other industry.
Depends on the person to person.
Depends on person. Basically vibe check.
Yeah.
वो होना important है. अगर वो हो रहा है तो of course. What do you think?
I think they can. I mean, I have videographers who are my friends as well. So it also depends on the vibe and how you know, also you connect on stories, what all you've been through. So it depends on that as well.
Yeah, true. Okay, I want to ask you this. How did you convince your parents? Or how do someone who's starting out, or how should one person convince their parents कि हमें ये करना है?
So when I started, I was so bachchu. But I thankfully have a really supportive dad, you know. So the day I told him that I want to start a blog, he bought me my domain urvi.co.in.
Oh, wow.
And he was the one who taught me how to operate a camera bachpan se, you have to point and shoot
Right,
cameras,
right,
all
right.
of that. So he gave that to me, and then when of course I was in college and I was doing all those things, he was the one who used to come to me to collab, to take the photos near
Street
the
shoots and all of
Starbucks,
that.
yeah, Asiatic
Yeah.
Library, all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that, the
yeah.
fashion blogging days. So he was very, very supportive. But still, after graduating, my parents still wanted me to have a proper job or like security or something of that sort, so that sab अच्छे से चलेगा. So they also saw me suffer when I was trying to work a 9 to 5 kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So they also saw, and then I made them realize that it's not just like, especially for the field that I am in, like which is digital marketing, influencing, content creation. It was just started in India. So they saw that I'm also kind of making some kind of money from freelancing, where I don't really have to step out of my house to make money. So they saw that, and also इसमें मेरा थोड़ा advantage था because I was the only child. So only girl child, of course they are going to be like नहीं, मेरी बेटी को इतना travel नहीं कराने देना है, all that. So वो था. But then again they saw me making money and all of that. In 2020, before 2020, I thought of joining for a proper job because blogging wasn't really working back then. But then COVID happened, and then after that they saw that whatever I'm doing is really it's making me happy. I'm home at a good time. It's not like कभी भी आ रही हूँ मेरे cousins जैसे, which they now see and they're like उर्वी का अच्छा है. So वो थोड़ा टाइम लगा. They were still told me अरे जॉब कर लेती. But then now they are like it's fine, they are happy. So you need to give them time, I would say.
So you got lucky when about
Not
convincing.
completely.
Yeah, but someone who's just starting and if their parents are not supporting, or they want only कि full time job ही करो, या फिर, then how should one convince their parents? What do you think should be the
Firstly,
proper steps?
हाँ मतलब convince तो of course, but convince them when you know that okay, you are going to make a lot of money from content creation for the next 5-10 years, right? You can't just be like अभी मैंने start किया अब मैं को job छोड़ देती हूँ, क्योंकि like I tell this to my students as well कि there is not like there's so much uncertainty in this field. Like 1 month you'll be making so much, the next month you are not. Everyone will say that to you. Biggest of the biggest creators will say that to you, because there are months when you will make a lot of money, like the festival months. After that the market is down. So you should have a safety net to fall back on. You need to give your parents also practical tips. Like they, at the end of the day, they want you to feel secure, right? So make them feel secure by showing you have savings, you have like इतने payments आने वाले हैं, opportunities आ रही है, all of that. You need to make them understand, not just be like मुझे अभी छोड़ देना है, मैं छोड़ रही हूँ मेरा job. So make them understand, and you also need to make yourself understand and not just be like okay, I'm gonna quit the job, because practically you need something, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
I think before convincing parents, you need to convince yourself
Also.
कि
Yeah.
सच में ये करना है, and सच में I can make
and
my
are
earning.
you keeping yourself accountable enough to work
because
every day?
I don't think that any parent would want their child not to be happy. At the end, they would want them to be happy. So if you show them that इतना पैसा कमा के, that 3 Idiots वाला movement कि अब मैं खुश रहूँगा, 2 पैसे कम कमाऊँगा लेकिन मैं खुश रहूँगा. If you show them that, then of course they are going to agree, and of course they are going to believe in you after some point. But before all of that, I think you need to believe in yourself first. You need to convince yourself, and then only parents का पूरा situation आएगा.
Yeah, true. How are your family's reactions when you working in the media industry? What questions or like what opinions do you get thrown around?
So earlier I gave you reference about 3 Idiots का scene. That exactly happened in my family. मेरे घर पे exactly same हुआ. I come from engineering background, so my parents and my family of course wanted me to work in the same field. But बहुत पहले से उनको भी पता था, मुझे भी पता था कि ये नहीं होने वाला है. मतलब I can't be a good engineer because वहाँ पे कुछ समझता नहीं है. There was a point जब मुझे बताना ही पड़ा कि I'm not going to do a job in civil engineering. I'll have to do something on my own. It has to be anything which involves creativity or art. They wanted me to do a course. It was of AutoCAD or some designing thing जो jobs में use करते हैं. And I wanted for that I needed a laptop. and I wanted to do is have my own camera and start this journey. So of course there was a point कि laptop के जगह पे camera आया था. So of course that situation was there. The topic that we discussed earlier is the same कि you'll have to convince them somehow कि you are happy, you are doing this मतलब दिल से, and you can be happy and you can earn good money about it after doing it. And once you start doing it, this is a very personal thing, but my dad shares all of my reels on his story.
Oh,
Like literally all of my posts that I post on my personal channel. And even if I'm posting someone else's content on my story, if he likes that, he'll go to the reel and post it on his story. So that came after 4 years.
Okay.
You'll have to go through that journey. And each shoot that I do, मेरा फर्स्ट कट मैं हमेशा मेरे मम्मी को ही दिखाता हूँ. इफ माई मॉम अप्रूव्स इट, इसमें कुछ चेंजेस नहीं आने चाहिए बाद में. अर्लियर थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट था टू कन्विंस देम एंड टू गेट देम ऑन बोर्ड, बट नाउ दे आर इक्वली इन्वॉल्व्ड इन माई वर्क एज माई टीम. सो इफ आई एम डूइंग समथिंग न्यू, दे हैव टू नो, और आई हैव टू टेल देम कि मैं ये कर रहा हूँ. एंड अगेन सिंगल चाइल्ड थिंग, तो वो कनेक्शन है ही पेरेंट्स के साथ कि मुझे सब कुछ तुमको आके घर पे बताना है कि ये हो रहा है, मैंने आज ये किया है. कि अगर मैं कोई अच्छा शूट करूंगा ना, मैं सबसे पहले कॉल करूंगा मम्मी को कि पता है मैंने ऐसा शूट किया, ये अब तक लाइटिंग ऐसा कर रहा था लेकिन आज लाइटिंग मैंने ऐसा किया था. एंड इवन शी एंजॉयज दैट. बट इनिशियली टू एक्सप्लेन कि क्या कर रहा हूँ, इट वाज अ टास्क कि कैसे होता है. इवन माई मॉम यूज्ड टू थिंक पहले तो शूट ही तो करता है, उसमें क्या ही अलग है. हाँ, बट नाउ शी अंडरस्टैंड कि कुछ तो अलग कर रहा है इसलिए लोग इसको बुला रहे हैं, अदरवाइज नहीं बुलाते थे.
That's nice.
What about you?
So, I mean, families, though, like as I told you, my dad was very chill and he was the one who supported me. So, all of the reactions, I mean, from family are great. It took a time for my other family and still to understand what exactly it is and what I am doing. So, I try to not tell them half of the stuff. So funny reactions are from my grandparents. They still don't understand what I am doing. They're like, क्या मतलब marketing मतलब क्या? So the basic thing I tell them is digital marketing. Because they really don't understand. So they're like, what marketing? What is that?
How does it work?
मतलब वहाँ पे जाके करना क्या होता है? So those are the things. But I want to ask you, other than the family, what is your extended family? How do they react? Because I've heard so many things from my friends as well. Like their extended families are just, वो लोग आग डाल, like मसाला डालते हैं, तेल डालते हैं, आग basically. You know what I'm saying?
My take on this is, अगर तुम उन लोग को आग डालने दोगे तो वो डालेंगी, तुम मत डालने दो.
नहीं, बट वो जानबूझ के ये करते हैं.
So earlier जैसे पेरेंट्स के साथ था सेम, even for them to understand, because we come from a generation जहाँ पे फुल टाइम जॉब होना इज द ओनली वे टू सिक्योर योर लाइफ, सिक्योर योर फ्यूचर. टू मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड कि ये करके भी हमारा फ्यूचर उतना ही सिक्योर होगा, मोर और लेस, बट वी आर ऑल्सो हैप्पी, जो बाकी लोग शायद नहीं है. एंड आफ्टर अ पॉइंट इवन दे वर चिल, दे वर आस्किंग देयर किड्स टू अकम्पनी मी ऑन द शूट्स कि तू इसके साथ जा शूट पे, देख कैसे होता है, देख हाउ डज इट वर्क, गेट सम एक्सपोजर, गेट सम रियल लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस. घर पे बैठ के कुछ होने वाला है नहीं. सो एंड इवन आई ट्राई टू चेंज द नैरेटिव लिटिल बिट कि सिर्फ पढ़ाई मत करने दो इनको, बिकॉज आई नो सो मेनी पीपल जो सिर्फ पढ़ाई की है इन लोगों ने. और सैडली मार्केट इज नॉट लाइक दैट कि आपका सिर्फ पढ़ाई करके होने वाला है. यू नीड टू हैव सम सॉफ्ट स्किल्स, यू नीड टू हैव सम पब्लिक स्किल्स एज वेल. अदरवाइज इवन एज अ सिंपल जॉब, इफ यू आर HR, you need to have some soft skills to grow grow your career.
Skill set is important.
But if you are only क्या बोलते हैं उसको, किताबी कीड़ा या फिर जो भी that's word
you can't be book smart.
Yeah,
you need
book
to
smart,
be
street smart as well. Yeah, but to get that narrative into the family, it was a task. But I'm lucky that my uncle is doing very well. Like he was working in IT company. He quit the job, then he started his own business startup. He's doing well. So he's already the example. Then I'm the second generation who is doing it. So it was thoda chill.
There was this one line which a lot of aunties used to say to my mom, ये model है क्या? That used to trigger my mom. And then she used to put that out on me. And all of the people, like, of course, they think influencers, models, same हो जाता है.
होता है. Yeah.
So that was the one thing which they said. Now now they're like हाँ यूट्यूबर है तो अभी तो कैसा है वो कॉमन टर्म हो गया है
Yeah, it's a new flex to be
Flex.
honest. कि
Yeah.
हाँ ये creative field में है, she's an influencer is a flex.
Influencer, yeah.
So now even I don't think aunties will like trouble you anymore.
aunties like my mom goes and tells पता है ये influencer है follow करो I'm like okay that's a shift now.
Yeah, but
yeah.
हाँ शुरुआत में even my family and other extended family they used to ask कि तू रोज रोज फोटो काटना तुला बोर नहीं होत. But my very honest answer was even job में भी तो same है ना.
Same चीज है.
That you do literally the same thing
thing.
every day and unwillingly.
Yeah.
यहाँ पे you have the choice.
Yeah.
So to
You are
get that change वो
enjoying
थोड़ा सा important था and I think now everyone is on board.
Okay, so that was the episode you can say about content creation, videography, and these were the most asked questions which we received on our Instagrams. Let me know in the comments if you liked it and leave us few more questions and maybe we can answer on our stories or whatever that is. Also, if you want another episode with which creators, if you want more creators, any other creators, let us know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching and see you. Bye.
Thank you so much.